When it's just too much and it doesn't seem to calm down, what can you do to reduce stress? I'm David Stiernholm, and today's episode is about what you need to ask yourself to gain more control over your work situation. But first, how do you actually take care of yourself when workdays are crazy busy? Jenny, who took one of my online courses, shared a simple little trick that made her days, and now mine, feel a lot better. Curious what she does? Find out in a short clip that you'll find a link to in the show notes. One reason many people are stressed at work is the feeling that they don't have control over their work situation, according to the Swedish Social Insurance Agency's report on mental health in today's working life, published recently. For example, it's when you feel that you don't control your time, but the days turn out as they do instead of how you want them to be, and you have to deal with the consequences of that. It's when you get a lot to do instead of having chosen which tasks to work on. It can also be because you said yes to doing something you fear you won't be able to do well enough by your own standards. Since the experience of having control is closely linked to the feeling of stress, which was also shown in a recent study by Radhakrishnan et al. That I'll link to in the show notes. One of the keys you can use to reduce stress is to do something that makes you feel more in control. The question is what it is for you. Do this. If you're in a hectic period right now, as many are, and feeling stressed, take a moment to consider what would help you feel more in control of your work situation. Is it getting a complete overview of everything you have to do because right now it feels like everything is floating around and you're afraid you'll miss something? Then empty your mind of everything you're thinking you mustn't forget and add it to your to-do list together with any other notes, scraps of paper, and remember these items that have ended up somewhere. Is it getting rid of some tasks because your workload is far too high right now and you fear it will end badly? Skim through all your tasks and look for ones that aren't really within your area of responsibility and those that don't contribute to the goals you're responsible for. Ask a colleague to help you with these or ask your manager to delegate them to someone else, at least for now. Maybe they don't need to be done at all anymore when all is said and done. Is it getting clarity on your actual deadlines in the near future? Because right now it feels like everything is due at the same time and as soon as possible is nothing you can build a stable plan on. Ask those you're delivering to what the real absolute deadline is for the tasks. Draw a timeline and mark where they fall in relation to each other. If you need to schedule blocks of work in your calendar to make it on time, do it. Is it getting some breathing room from constantly responding to emails and chats because right now you can't fully focus on that extensive task you need to complete since you feel you should be in chat and email all the time? Check with your colleagues what a reasonable response time is between you and toward others, your customers for example. If you clarify an upper limit, you'll immediately know how much free-to-focus time you have to focus on complex tasks that aren't about emailing and chatting. Or is it something else entirely? Because if you figure out what makes you feel more in control of your work situation, it becomes easier to see what you can do to give yourself exactly that. Instead of continuing to stress and hoping it will soon pass. By summer, surely, you do something concrete to feel better now. What makes you feel in control of your work situation? Write to me and tell me. I see what helps me and those I help with structure, and I'm curious about what it is for you. You can reach me as usual at david@stiernholm.com. Thank you for today and see you again next week.